Greetings, ladies and metal gents, and welcome to this latest narration of the web series Accidentally Adopted. If you are new to the series, there is a playlist listed down below in the description. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. Supplemental. Report to Lord Justicar on new species. First of all, no, I do not want to join a different Justicar to get the promotion I deserve. The kids would be devastated to leave the light of justice in the darkness, and I, for one, think it's funny that my wife gangs up on you with Aunt Viv. Besides, I don't mind being a non-commissioned officer longer than I strictly should be. I find the work rewarding, even if it puts me in more danger than you're comfortable with. In regards to the pint-sized bipedal known as Sneaky, he is very obviously a fresh officer, but not fresh military man. It's discordant to hear such cutting orders from someone in the height of a toddler, but there it is. Moreover, it turns out that he was not lying about drinking stomach-purging doses of intoxicant. He had dumped at least a dozen of doses into a glass of juice, and what was muttering something about flavorous swill, though the juice looked quite vibrant to me. In any case, I tried to make some subtle inquiries about his people in general, and it was difficult to get a fix in his answers. A lot of "it depends" or "some guys like," so I imagine they vary like we do. He has an easy sort of quiet confidence that sort of draws you in, and every grisly detail of a raid gone very, very wrong don't make him flinch in the slightest. The honorific for his rank does make him flinch, though. Now this I understand. Well, again, no, I do not want to transfer to become a lieutenant. He did say that he is considered unusually quiet amongst his people, and that's partly due to his profession as a scout. I suppose being required to be silent for long periods of time would make someone into a quiet soul, or attract those types in the first place. Just because he's new to being an officer didn't mean that he didn't know what he was doing. He gave all three of us proper officers scolding. He didn't even swear at us. Just that we should have already done what he's currently ordering of our own accord. Frankly, he was right. But it's always the other non-commissioned officer's job. A neat little detail is that there in the military, there are no officers who are not enlisted first. Some go straight from private to cadet, or sailor to ensign, when they show exceptional leadership promise. But the general test is whether a man can handle leading a small group before putting him in command. Sensible. I suspect that he was a candidate for such a role, because when all the hands sounded, he snapped off a set of orders that were so sensible that we'd have done them after we figured out which squad would be doing what. Then, when we found out that it was an escape pod being taken aboard, he ordered me to put together a guard detail, and we quickly made our way to the cargo bay, being used to bring it in. Seeing injured children will never be something I can handle well, Uncle. I could see that he was disturbed as well, but despite not being familiar with our medicine, he helped in triage as he could. His tiny frame is ridiculously strong. He helped move one of the most severely injured children to the infirmary, and it required him to hold his half of the stretcher above his head for the 5-minute run to make the journey. Furthermore, he is keenly aware of how he appears to us, and uses it to his advantage. In this case, an adorable friendly face telling injured and traumatized children that they were safe now, and got them calmed down in record time. Uncle, if we can manage to actually make contact with more of his people, I suggest an alliance. Every Justicar could do with a squad of them aboard for situations involving distressed children. Also, if what he did to those criminals is anything to go by, their fighting skill could help save more children. Regards, Jawman. End of chapter. I would just like to thank the T5 supporters: Bushmaster117, Casper Arnholtz, Dragzoon W.R.E, Elijah Silvercross, Gray, Jon Creighton, and Sevaren Serberous. Thank you very much.